Oh, who doesn't love a beautiful summer day? It's so much easier to sing when the weather's warm. But those of us who live and gig in an area with seasons, we know that these kind of days slowly become these kind of days.
It's 8 degrees out here. 8 degrees, that's ridiculous. Let's go inside.
Wow, it is crazy cold outside. Now, usually when it's this cold outside, we're expecting it to be harsh on our cars and on our trees and grasses and things. But how about our instrument? I know no guitar player or drummer would allow their instrument to be out there for very long without serious protection. How about us singers? There's things you can do during the winter to protect your instrument, and I want to go over those right now. It may be basic, obvious stuff, but a lot of times, our mother told us this a long time ago. She was telling us so we wouldn't miss school. Now I'm going to remind you so you don't miss any gigs. Maybe you'll listen now. Step one, the air outside when it's this cold is super dry. Because it's dry, that means when you breathe it, your body's going to produce extra mucus to protect those very delicate mucous membranes inside. That translates to, once you walk indoors, a huge runny nose problem, right? We all get that. Here's the first thing I want you to do is to get a scarf. Make sure you pull the scarf up over your nose when you're walking outside. This way, if you just cover this area like so as you're walking, it creates a little ecosystem inside the scarf, and it's going to allow the moisture that you're exhaling to come back in. It will keep this area right around your nose warm and moist. That's crucial. Now, step two, warm clothing is not very fashion forward, but screw that. You got to protect your instrument. So wear layers. I've got a hood here and a hat. And the reason you want both is so you can continually adjust. Wear those layers so you can adjust yourself per conditions. You don't want to get sweaty in what you're wearing, because then when the temperature drops, you're going to freeze. You see, it's all about losing energy. You want to try and stay healthy through the winter months, and maintaining your immune system means keeping your body energized. Now, often in the winter, we go easy on the exercising and we go heavy on the diet. And that's bad. Actually, I'm going to put this here. That's bad because it's the one time of year where your body needs its defenses. It needs all the help it can get. So you want to make sure you maintain your exercise routine. And if you don't have one in the summer, then start one for the winter. Just do something aerobic, something that'll keep you active, get your circulation going. Now the next step to remember, you want to create humidity indoors. Let me bring you in my office and I'll show you what I mean. See, the heating systems in most homes is either forced hot air or a radiator like I have here. The problem with these heating systems is that they rob the air of moisture. Typically in most homes during the winter, the relative humidity is about 10 to 15%. You know what's more humid than that? The Sahara Desert. So you really need to take a proactive approach at getting some moisture into the air, especially the room you're going to sleep in. Now what I recommend is a vaporizer. This here is a warm air vaporizer. What that means is that it heats the water, it steams it, which kills any bacteria that may be in there before it throws the vapor airborne. That way it prevents any of that bacteria from entering into your lungs. Now, I also have an air ionizer, that's that black unit there. What that does is throw out negative ions. In the winter, the house gets all closed up, so the air doesn't circulate very well. Negative ions are much healthier to breathe than positive ones. It also helps to keep the dust in check. Now, if any of those are out of your budget, it still would be a wise move just to put a simple pot of water on the radiator or near the hot air vent. So that way evaporation will help just put a little water vapor into the room. Now once you've handled the air you're breathing in the room, you can take some simple steps also to give your throat a little TLC. To talk about that, I need to bring you into the kitchen. Come on. Now the first thing to do when you walk into the kitchen, or any room with a sink for that matter, is wash your hands. Now I'm not suggesting you become a germaphobe, but there's an obvious advantage to washing your hands often, especially during the winter months when there's so many viruses around. Now let's say that room vaporizer hasn't relieved your throat enough. Another good thing to do then, to get a more sort of direct assault onto that dry, sore throat of yours, is stand over a boiling pot of water and breathe the steam in directly. Just remember when you do so, turn the fire off of the pot, stand far enough away so that you're not burning yourself, yet you're getting in all that nice warm moisture. Just take long, slow breaths in and let that vapor go all the way down into the lungs and loosen up that mucus. Now I hope you're not waiting for any fancy recipes from me in here, because the kitchen is not exactly a room where I exhibit any skills. But talk about soothing the sore throat. One thing I can make is a warm saltwater gargle. Check it out. Now this is a recipe even I can handle. Just simply take some table salt and a glass, and you don't want to make the water too hot. Again, we don't want to burn ourselves. Just about a tablespoon of salt will do it. You know you got too much in the glass if it's collecting at the bottom. No sounds are necessary. Just want to be mindful not to swallow any of that. But what the salt does is act like a salve. It draws up any mucus that may be lingering in the area around the larynx, and also soothes the walls of the throat that may be irritated from the dry air or from a postnasal drip. Now if your throat needs even more of a boost, you can always use some herbal extracts. The good thing about herbal extracts is that they help boost your immune system. Just gives your body more of a defensive mechanism to help you, to protect you. Bad thing about the extracts is they taste terrible. I affectionately call them dumpster juice. But here, I keep mine in the refrigerator, and it takes down some of that flavor. I just use an echinacea golden seal root combo. I'm sure there's plenty of people that have all kinds of concoctions that they find help them. And feel free to post them down in the comment section of this video. But so, only thing you need to do, about 3 times a day I do this, is just take an eyedropper full and... Now I found the best way to chase that flavor is with just a simple piece of fruit. Now come to think of it, that's probably the best way that we could stay healthy throughout the whole winter season. Because you know what they say, an apple a day helps keep the chocolate chip cookies to a minimum. Here's wishing you a warm and healthy winter season. I'm Mark Baxter for Lesson.com.